What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Ethereal Lacquer video. I'm very excited to show you all this mini set, I would call it. We have the return of the Cappuccino Cloud polishes. Previously, these were mystery polishes that you could grab alongside a regular pre-order, but we're gonna have all 4 of them back that we can just purchase, and you'll see swatches, and I'm gonna live swatch them for you all. And we also have the inclusion of one new Coffee Cloud polish. In addition to this quad, we also have a new polish that is going to be launched alongside this pre-order. We have the magnificent unveiling of Them Fatale. So this is a charity polish where a portion of proceeds are going to be donated to the Canadian Center for Gender and Sexual Diversity. I'm always down for that. So I will have that in the description box below if you want to see that specific charity and get more information on that. So without further ado, let's check them out. We're going to serve up our first cup with Cappuccino Clouds. This is described as a neutral medium brown cream with purple pearlescent shimmer. So Cappuccino is the lightest out of the 3 neutral brown shades. The shimmer itself, I do agree, it goes along with Ethereal's pearlescent type of shimmers that we've been seeing over the last few months. It has a finer particle to it and a strong glow when you build it up. Cappuccino is very creamy on application. Go in light and allow that fan brush to do its magic and just gently glide it to prevent any type of obvious streaking. It wasn't too much of an issue, but I still thought I would note it. I thought 3 coats was perfect to plump this up, maximize the shimmer, and build it up. Mocha is the darker one out of the 3 and is described as a cool-toned mocha brown base with blue to violet shimmer. In my opinion, the shimmer used in Mocha is a larger particle type compared to the other 2. If you're curious, and you'll see here in just a moment when I do my comparison between the 3, at least to my eyes, I feel like the shimmer is different in each one as well as their obvious respective bases. Mocha leans just a touch more on the curly, jellier side, a bit of a bounce back to it. In how it applies, I think 3 coats works very well here. I don't think you have to be, say, as cautious as the previous one in terms of application. Just let it do its thing and build up. It will have I want to call it almost a milky sort of vibe in how it builds up. I think if you have a prominent free edge and you tend to paint on the very thin side, you might want to use a color correcting base coat of some type. I don't really think it's super necessary, but I did want to note I think the formula was less creamy than Cappuccino. Macchiato Cloud is the medium brown in the set. This one is described as a warm caramel brown base with blue pearlescent shimmer. So it might be either, I don't know, I don't think it's the same shimmer as Cappuccino, even though it's described as being pearlescent and blue. I don't think it is, but it's, again, very pearly, very glowy, but in a very fine particle type way. Macchiato does have a creamy formula to it. I think it has a bit of a squish factor, and it applies quite similar to Cappuccino. For that reason, I'm going to suggest going in light on your brush strokes again to prevent any type of potential streaking problem. Again, it's not terrible, but just utilize that flat, beautiful, fluffy brush. I think 3 light coats and a glossy top coat is perfect. Now, the comparison between our coffee mugs here, Macchiato is that lighter one, Cappuccino is the medium between, and then Mocha is the darkest base color. Again, I think their shimmers are different, and I think this shot really demonstrates that. What you're seeing on the comparison is 3 coats painted in my usual style. I tend to go just a touch heavier on how I apply. I finished with a glossy top coat on all 3. So just for comparison's sake, I hope that helps. And then we've got Matcha Cloud, my personal top pick out of the 4 in our Cafe Clouds. This is described as a soft, muted green base with blue to purple shimmer. In my opinion, this is a perfect matcha green. I love me a good matcha latte. I'm going to suggest 3 light coats to build this up. It's also got that super squishy plumping factor that Cappuccino and Mocha had. So just go in light, no need to overwork it, and gently build it up. Just like the other shimmer finishes, it's also going to have a somewhat flat dry down. So again, I'll suggest a good glossy top coat here too. This is such a beautiful, flattering color. I love this type of green. It's just so popping, almost like a super milky pistachio pudding color. And then we have our Them Fatale. This is a black base with small hollow flecks and purple to pink shimmer. This is really pretty. It's so vampy in how it builds up. Now it has a very jelly formula, and I went in ridiculously thin on this first coat. And then I went in normal, more normal for myself, I should say. I wanted to slowly build this up to maximize my shimmer payoff. I do think you'll hit opacity on the second coat, but I appreciated that plumper, thicker appearance when I went up to that third coat. It is so very glowy. In indoor dull lighting, it is going to very much have a black lean to the overall appearance, but in even like the slightest bit of light, you will see that beautiful, shifty, vampy type glow from the shimmer. I felt like my full hand shot didn't really do it justice because it's kind of far away to give you a more distanced appearance. So I got up close and personal so you can see that wonderful shift between that burgundy-ish type of eggplant to that purple color. Very lovely. And the holographic flecks to this are very fine particle. So super pretty, fine particle twinkling action in bright lights. This will dry down very flat because of how shimmery it is. So you'll really, really, really want to finish with a good glossy top coat. And we're going to have our last call with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. We know we have a lot of shimmer action in this video, so pretty much they all pass the test. Now, please note, they are quite milky if you choose to layer them over a cream or an undie, if you will. So personally, I would stick with dark colors, matchy match. I can't really see going outside the box of a neutral base, in my opinion. So greiges, I think grays would work. Blacks, browns, maybe a neutral type of mauve if you're wanting to stretch it out a little bit. And then finally, Them Fatale looks really cool over black. It does topper over black. I wouldn't suggest it over any other color. But if you wanted to conserve your bottle and say, instead of doing 3 coats, you could do 2 coats over black. But personally, I would not topper Them Fatale. So this pre-order is going to start June 14th, and it's going to run until June 21st. You can grab the new Coffee Clouds and Them Fatale, in addition to Howl's Moving Castle. If you have not grabbed any of those, do so. They're great. I did a video on that entire collection. I do have swatches of those. I'll link that in the description box too, if you want to see those. And there's also going to be mystery polishes. Unfortunately, at this moment, there is not going to be any Spirited Away mystery polishes at this time, included in this launch. That's going to come later. I've been seeing in the Facebook group, Megan has stated several times here and there that we are going to see a little bit of returns from some previous collections, including the Spirited Away mysteries, things like that. I'm going to have all the information broken down in the description box below, including Ethereal Lacquer's website on where to buy. And I'll also link you to the Facebook group where you can interact with Megan herself there and see any launch information. Sometimes before official launches, Megan might change something or something like that might happen, and it's sometimes worth it to be in there. They also have an Instagram page too, so you can get your updates there too if you didn't want to have a Facebook account. That's totally an optional thing. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.